Hi guys, and welcome to the video. This is going to be my second devlog video for my game Neon Hunter Kill All Vampires. Now I've already made some progress on this game. I'll also share with you guys GDD, which is a game design document, and the timeline that I was going to follow. And I have missed the timeline, and the timeline has been delayed, but I'm trying to follow it up. Now I just wanted to share with you guys all the progress that I have made till now. How am I arranging stuff? How am I managing my time? How am I making the game? How am I making the game art? So just wanted to share all the progress that I have made till now and how will I be doing things in the future. So let's get on with it.
So as you guys can see, this is the overall setup of my game. Now what I'm trying to do is making it compatible for both Windows and for Android iOS users as well, and maybe Nintendo Switch in the future. So this is the progress that I've made till now. So as you can see in the frame, the main area is the main canvas area is for mobile controls. So you have your joystick over here and your buttons on this side, attack and dodge button on this side, and this is where I'm currently just showing player health for debug purposes. So this is how the canvas setting is. Now my player is this main guy. So right now, so I'll show you guys as well. He's standing in his T pose, as well as the other enemies are also standing in their T pose. Because it is much easier to animate characters when they are in their T pose, which is definitely true in 3D, and what I've learned is definitely true in 2D as well. So, and top down 2D is not different than our normal 2D. So the best thing is just to create a T pose of your character, and that will provide you with the most flexible options on how you want to design and animate. Also, I will show you guys later on also how we can animate our characters from these T poses. So this is our player character. So if I start the game, now he can move, and the cursor that you're seeing around him is basically his attack area, and that is controlled by mouse on PC, and on Android and iOS it will be through touch. So maybe if you're running in this direction, you can still attack in whatever direction you want. So now this enemy, I can start attacking. So now as you can see, I've had this good fading effect to really sell the whole evaporate, they die and evaporate kind of a vibe. Now as you can see, there is another enemy. So this is a hound type enemy, which is basically who is patrolling an area, and if you see, there is attack radius, and if I go near this inside this attack radius, he will come and he'll start attacking me. So I'll just show you guys. If I go into his attack range, so as soon as he'll start attacking. So now this enemy actually tries to bite you whenever you get near him. So the other one just attacks, this one actually lunges at you. So this is what I do, and the line that you're seeing right now, that is just a random move that I've added to add some more depth to the character. This is something that he does randomly whenever he walks. At some point he'll just start sliding his sword on the ground, and so I think this is a very good effect. So now the enemy animation as well, and how they look and behave, I'm still not 100% done with all of those things, but what I'm trying to do right now is just trying to make sure that I have a good gameplay loop, a good enemy design and behavior, and maybe once that is done, I'll keep on refining it and making it better and better. But for now, I'm just trying to make a playable prototype, and once that is done, and then once those parts are clear and covered up, then I'll move to actually polishing the game, making better characters, and improving their animation to make them look up more crispier. So that is what I'll be doing. Now, if I talk about the enemies specifically, as you can see, so I've animated them in such a way that, so if you look at this enemy, so he has different finger movement for all of his fingers, and the hound that you were seeing can actually patrol. Now this enemy, he will only attack if you come in his attack radius, but the hound actually moves around the map, and they will follow you. And I've also implemented pathfinding as well through A star algorithm, where they will actually try to find the closest path to you, and they will try to avoid all the obstacles in the way. So if I go after this enemy, as you can see, he's currently not doing anything, so I'll just go to him, and now he has started following me. Now even if I move around the boxes, so he will know that there are boxes there, and he will just try to move around them. So now this I have done through A star pathfinding algorithm. I think Brakis has a tutorial on how to do it, so you can, if you are interested in that, you can go and look there. Now, one more interesting thing that I have done with this enemy is the damage effect, which is like it looks like he's breaking apart. Now that I have done through shader. Even this evaporation effect I have done through shader. So I've written my own custom shader for this, which basically also I took from basically I've implemented 2 or 3 shaders together that I found in the on the internet, and got this cool effect of both damage and fade. So if you guys are interested, I can have a quick guide about this as well, or how to make this stuff. So I think that is all. Then there is blood as well. As you can see, there is a lot of blood already, and these are just 2 enemies. What if there are like multiple enemies? There would be so much blood on the map. So I think one of the complaints that I've already saying for this game would be like it's too gory, or there is too much blood. So for that, I have done a very I've implemented a very good feature in my game, is that you can actually change the uh, you can actually change the blood color globally, and I'll give the user the option to do it the settings, something like that. So just to show you guys that this runtime utility files has basically functions which require actually maybe a game object or something like that to run. So so for that I've created this runtime util, and in this you can actually change the color of your blood. So like if you want to change your blood color into something like this color, looks vibrant, and I'll say apply color. So now I've written this custom script. If you guys are interested, I can show you this as well. Now this color will be applied to all the blood shaders globally. So now you can see the blood color has totally changed. And so I think you can also get some very weird and different kind of effects through this. So maybe I think I found one interesting color. Yeah, I think this will look very interesting. Yep. So so this is what I'm doing right now. I'm just making sure that I have created a good base for my game and a good prototype of which I can go further. Now these are all the things that I have already showed you. What I am going to do from now is basically to complete my prototype is add few more enemies, then add an enemy boss, and then add some player abilities, because on top of your basic attack you'll also have some special attack and stamina bar, and all of those things. So I'm also going to implement that as well. So for that, and once that is completed, then I would say the prototype is completed, because now we have the environment, the player, the enemies, as well as some player abilities and the enemy boss. So I think uh, if I give it to somebody, or if I play it, if someone else play it, if they play it, they will have a good idea of what I'm trying to make, and they will be able to give better feedback. And then I'll be able, and once I have a concrete game with me, then I can start building on top of that, and then I'll start building the levels and environment and all of those things. So now this was on the game front. This is all the progress that I've made on the game front. Now this is, so since I'm doing this part time, I have other job as well. I have time management is very crucial for me, and I have been slacking a bit, because as I told you guys earlier, I had a very strict timeline, but I could not make it. So what I have done now is actually, I have started to I've started keeping an Excel. So this Excel is actually here to track all of my efforts, to see if I'm lacking, if I'm working correctly or not right now. Because I need to understand how much, because if you actually see, time is the most important resource that you're actually putting into your game. So it is very important that you actually keep a track of it, to understand what is the cost of this game to you basically, and how much efforts have you put into it. And in a way, I think it will also help you to understand, maybe if you're wasting too much time on a feature, maybe it's not worth it. Then through this I will be able to understand, okay, I'm wasting a lot of time in this feature, and this part is still not done, even though I've worked for such a long time and I've been working on the same thing. So this is how I'm trying to maintain it. So I've created this basically a cost sheet kind of a thing. Now the initial 30 days that I've worked on it already, I have taken estimate that I've worked 4 hours every day, and that goes to a total of 120 hours. And from yesterday onwards, I have started actually keeping a cost sheet, and where every day I'll be punching in how much work I have done, the total amount of work, and maybe if there is some review or something that I would like to write, that I will do here. So this is how I have started to maintain my cost sheet, and actually manage my time, and how I will be inputting it into this game. Now on the art front, I'm making all the art in Photoshop. Now I'm not a very good artist, and I don't try to be. Right now, all the design that I'm making is just very uh, minimalistic, you would say, and I'm trying my best to get away with as much of a low design as possible, but still trying to sell whatever I can through that art. But definitely definitely it's not up to the level I expect it to be. But again, I have some time. I think I'll be able to improve it. So my idea is very simple, that don't make too complicated designs. Keep it simple. Don't try to be over artistic, because I don't think I'm gifted that way. So I try to make my art as simple as possible. And so I'll just show you guys how I'm making it in Photoshop. So as you guys can see, this is my main character, standing in a T pose. So what I like to do basically is, so first I create the character. So if you really look into this character is nothing but just basic shapes and nothing more, only basic shapes. And on top of that, what I do is some shading. So as you can see on this part and the leg part and all of these areas, there's a slight shading to give it shadows and highlights. So if you guys want a tutorial on how to do that with very simple, if you really break it down, these are very simple designs and very simple shapes. And then I add a hint of shadows and highlight on top of my base shapes, and then on top of that I add some textures to actually sell my characters. So as you can see, all of these areas and his head is actually, these parts are actually the textures that I have added on top of the character to actually sell it and make it look more better and more crispier. And then the same thing also goes with all the enemies. So if I open this enemy, so it's the same thing. Just make your character, add some highlights, some shadows to it, and I've also added a body for him because when he falls, I needed something like this, where when he falls, you can actually see his back. So this is when he stands. This is how he would look like, and when he is on the ground, the back is replaced by this back. So this is how I am doing the enemies and the player right now. This is how I'm doing the art. The main thing is always to keep them in a T pose, and then animation after that will become very easy. So if I go to the player, and if you actually see how his animations work, so these are just very basic actions that you can add with just changing, rotating, and resizing all of these body parts to just give it uh, the to just give an illusion that the character is actually moving. So so this is his hand action, and if you, this is his leg action basically. And when you actually combine all of this will give a nice running effect to the player. So this is how basically I'm working on my game. This is how I'm managing my time. This is how I'm creating my art and working on my game in general. I hope you guys liked it. If there is something that you guys want to see from me, maybe a tutorial or something, you can let me know in the comments. Now, if I'm not the best person, I'm at this, I'm just starting out. So maybe there are mistakes that I am making. So if you can already see a mistake or something that I can improve upon, you can mention that as well. I'm always willing to learn, and uh, just share with me if you want to learn anything or something that I can improve upon, and I'll be very glad to address that. So that's all, guys. If you like this video, then please subscribe the channel and upvote the video. It will help me a lot. So thank you, guys.